Hi, welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with BI Rabbi. I'm Rabbi Adam Stein. You can see some nice foliage, some trees behind me. The sky is, a lot of clouds, not quite blue, maybe later today. I'm in Queen Elizabeth Park, and a week or so ago I was walking through the park here for an hour or so, then realized probably shouldn't have been because we had that terrible smoke from the fires. Thankfully, that's moved on a bit, and we hope that the fires throughout Washington and BC are getting a lot better. I want to share something with you that I discovered recently, and it is a fascinating connection between Passover and Hanukkah. And it is this, connected, of course, to this week's Torah portion, Ki Tavo. In the very beginning of Ki Tavo, we have the Israelites, the instruction for the Israelites when in the land of Israel, after the Torah ends and Moses passes away. We, in the book of Joshua and following books, we go into the land of Israel, that we're living in the land of Israel, but Moses gives lots of instructions for what we're supposed to do when we are in the land. And one of them is that when we have our first fruits, the first fruits that have grown in the land, we bring a basket of those first fruits to the priest at the place that is designated. And of course, the place that will be designated in the future is Jerusalem, and then later on the temple. And we're supposed to bring that basket of the first fruits and make this big declaration. And it's sort of giving a little bit of our history, saying this famous line, "My father was a wandering Aramean, Arami Oved Avi." And this is a paragraph that shows up in the Passover Haggadah. A main section of the Passover Haggadah is this paragraph that is dissected by the rabbis in Midrashim. They give a little commentary explanation of each phrase, really, and that takes up a good chunk of the, I won't say boring, the long parts of the middle of the Haggadah in the Magid section. And so when the person is supposed to show up with this basket, and by the way, this is one of very few prayers or real statements that the Torah tells us that we are supposed to make, that gives us the actual words to say out loud. But the main midrashic turn of the rabbis for that first statement is that the rabbis say, instead of it meaning my father was a wandering Aramean, this might actually mean an Aramean sought to destroy my father, my ancestor. And what does that mean? That means that's a reference to Lavan, we say, that is Jacob's father-in-law, the one who tricks him into marrying Leah instead of Rachel. And then after working another 7 years, 14, he finally gets to marry Rachel also. But when Jacob finally wants to leave Lavan's big farm, his estate, when he leaves, Lavan chases after him and seeks to sort of take back his daughters or his family or his things, and he accuses him of doing all sorts of things. It seems like he's going to attack him. And the rabbis say Lavan is trying to destroy Jacob and thus us, the Jewish people. And the real fascinating thing that I learned is that this interpretation, and this is from the Jewish Study Bible, the Oxford Jewish Study Bible, the second edition, and the commentator there says that this reflects the politics of the Second Temple period. This is when the Seleucid Empire, and the Seleucid Greeks are the ones who ruled Israel from Syria from 168 to 198, or 198 to 168 BCE. And the Seleucid Empire was referred to by the Jews, by the rabbis, as Lavan, the Aramean. That's how they would refer to the Seleucids. So the claim in the Haggadah that Lavan was oppressing Israel and Jacob, and that oppression was more invidious, the commentary says, than the Egyptian enslavement. That's even worse than the Egyptians enslaving us, says the Haggadah. That points to a real polemic against the Seleucids, and the Seleucids are the ones the Maccabees fought against in the Hanukkah story. So a big connection that I didn't know about before between Passover and Hanukkah. Shabbat Shalom.